Yo, let me see how long it's been since I uploaded a video. 2 weeks! Sorry, guys. Now look, I know it's gonna sound kind of like dog ate my homework, but I promise this is true, okay? Bear with me here. My laptop broke on me, okay? So that's why I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks. So please forgive me, but what's up, guys? It's Lucas back with another video. Now I'm just letting you guys know now that the name change is temporary, okay? So don't get too used to it. So anyway, guys, this video is going to be a little different from the usual videos I do because today's topic is going to be a little bit more serious. Now the thing is just because today's topic is going to be a little more serious doesn't mean that I'm going to be more serious. Because I'm a clown. And if you don't know that by now, you must not have seen my channel yet. Now the topic at hand today is Eugenia Cooney. Now if you don't know who Eugenia Cooney is, she's a YouTube creator with 2.2 million followers who recently just took a 6-month hiatus from YouTube and stepped away for a while. You know, us YouTubers, we just love YouTube so much that we always come crawling back, dude. Every time. You know, despite always being stepped on as a small creator. But, you know, I digress. So as I said, Eugenia just made a pretty epic comeback to YouTube. Now typically when a YouTuber leaves the platform, it usually has to do with some sort of backlash that they've faced. You know, oftentimes the creator will leave the platform because they were a cyberbully and they got what was coming to them. Yeah, looking at you, Cody. Or maybe the person was an insufferable chinless bastard that sort of just rubbed people the wrong way. Or sometimes they just leave the platform because they got a drug charge. That's also a possibility. So yeah, there's many reasons why a YouTuber might step away from the platform. However, Eugenia Cooney's departure was a far more serious case than your typical YouTube departure. Now what makes her departure a little bit different is that her fans for a very long time had been critical of her due to her body weight.
You know what my passion is? My passion is...
eating.
Now I know what you guys are thinking. Fat shaming? Dude, that's up, man. No, it's not what you think, guys. People weren't critical of Eugenia because she was getting too fat. She was actually becoming extremely thin. For the past 5 years on YouTube, Eugenia Cooney has been suffering from an eating disorder. And in January of this year, she uploaded a video that received a lot of attention. In this video that she uploaded, she looked dangerously unhealthy and many people believed was on the brink of death. So I believe it was at this point in January when she uploaded this video that she finally, for the first time, decided to step away from YouTube and to seek professional help for her eating disorder. Now, it's kind of hard, honestly, to decide whether or not her fans actually helped her to join a rehab program or to get better. I mean, many of her fans have always had her back, and I truly believe they always will. I think they actually care about Eugenia and want the best for her. However, many of her so-called fans, as you're about to see, are just pretty much flat out cruel.
I always check up on her every now and then to see if she's dead. You only come to my channel to see if I'm dead? Well, I'm alive, but okay. Please eat. You're disgusting. More people calling me disgusting. You are a liar and a murderer. But I'm never trying to murder people, guys.
So obviously it's pretty sad, guys, that her fans speak to her this way, and at times it gets extremely hard to watch. My favorite comments by far, though, out of all the comments she gets, are the ones who say things like, "Why doesn't she just put something in her mouth? Just eat already." In order for you to comment something so stupid, you would have to completely lack any sort of insight at all. You know what, Eugenia? I used to be extremely small as well, but I was quickly able to overcome this by incorporating deadlifts into my routine and eating a minimum of 6 meals a day. I hope this helps. Kind regards, Lucas. Now, unfortunately, Eugenia may not have the most supportive YouTube followers, evidently. But what's even more f***ed up than that is that many people have made videos on her parents, because a lot of people believe that Eugenia's parents may be responsible for her eating disorder to begin with, and they may be the reason why she didn't seek help for her eating disorder in the first place. Now there's a YouTube creator named Vegan Gains who has made a pretty in-depth video on Eugenia's situation and her parents. I would highly suggest watching that video if you really want to know the details of the situation, and personally I think Vegan Gains did a pretty good job on the video. Now in this video he goes very in-depth on Eugenia's parents, and let's just say her parents are very, very strange individuals. to say the least. I mean, these two are like spaced out, dude. On some Area 51 type shit, know what I mean?
So I am about to leave with my daughter. We're doing like a outfit show right now.
Pigtails.
They look beautiful. Would you like to tell everyone about your outfit, Eugenia?
My special rainbow hat.
Your spirit hood.
Spirit hood. Yes, I love my spirit hood. Black is so cool color. And as you know, I am a huge Pikachu fan.
Dude, did you just see that? Whoa. And I thought the comments were hard to watch.
Cool color.
Now, in Vegan Gain's video, he plays a clip of Eugenia's father. And I'm gonna play this clip because I think it's a good example of why people believe that Eugenia's father is enabling her eating disorder.
Oh, my dad is home. Hi. Thank you. I'm on you now. Yeah. Do you want to say hi? No? Okay.
Hi, all.
Oh, he just said hi. Can you guys hear him? Braddy loves you. I love Braddy. Braddy is so nice that she sent you guys to say that.
You don't look at
Braddy, I love you.
Day over 14.
Really?
Yeah.
You think I look 14?
Maybe 15?
15? Really?
Yeah.
My dad thinks I look 14 or 15. Wow. Well, thanks. Thank you. So.
How's your foot?
What? Wait. What? Why did you think something was over my foot?
Why did you hurt yourself when you came off your...
No, I didn't hurt myself.
Oh, are you filming?
I'm on you now.
Oh, you look good.
Thanks.
What? No, dude. No, she doesn't, quote, look good. Unfortunately, she looks extremely frail and painfully thin. And I believe at the time she recorded this video, she was fatally thin. If these were my parents, dude, I'd run the f*** away from home.
I'd rather breathe poison than live another minute with you!
No, stop!
My life has been a lie! God is dead, the government's lame, Thanksgiving is about killing Indians, Jesus wasn't born on Christmas, they moved the date, it was a pen.
Now look guys, since Eugenia took a break from YouTube and has returned, she actually does look pretty good. Or at least she looks much better than she did. I mean, she's regained a lot of her body weight, it seems. And since then, she's actually left her rehab program. But the best news for her is that she made her comeback on Shane Dawson's channel. Which means hella subscribers, bro. Now look guys, Eugenia's comeback on YouTube is pretty big news, and I believe Shane Dawson has experienced eating disorders himself. So I totally understand why he tried to make this video with Eugenia Cooney. However, the road to hell was paved with good intentions, and I don't think his plan was thought through all that well. Look, Eugenia may be back on YouTube, but her eating disorder is still a reality, and I just don't necessarily think that bringing more eyes and attention to her problem and her eating disorder is necessarily going to be good for her. As far as I know, Eugenia started her channel back in 2013, and when she first started it, she didn't seem to have much of a weight problem. She seemed to be healthy and good. It wasn't until her YouTube channel started growing that she seemed to start having weight loss issues. Now that could just be timing, and it obviously could just be a coincidence, but it also may not be. Now as far as Shane Dawson goes, I really do believe that he has good intentions. He himself even said that he was doing this video because he wanted to bring awareness to eating disorders. However, this is the second project now that Shane has done that has me thinking,
bruh, what are you doing?
So if you guys haven't seen it, Shane Dawson recently did a big documentary series on the YouTuber Jake Paul. Now, I don't really like Jake Paul and I don't like the content that he makes on YouTube. However, when I saw this documentary series, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know. Like I said, I think Shane for the most part has good intentions. I just think it's a little strange to follow somebody around playing shrink on them when you're not even really a licensed therapist yourself. But Shane, you're not a shrink, bro. So what the But yeah guys, anyways, the reason that I bring up Jake Paul's documentary series is because Shane does a very similar thing in that video that he does in the Return of Eugenia Cooney's video. He follows around Eugenia for a little while with a camera, and it seems like he's sort of trying to bring, you know, attention to eating disorders and destigmatize them. But in the process of doing this, he seems to almost just stigmatize Eugenia even more. He shows up to her house and he seems to just be so surprised at how normal she is. And he did the exact same thing in his Jake Paul series. He goes to Jake Paul's house and he's just looking around going, oh my god, you're so normal.
Whoa, whoa. Your whole house is like a crazy, like, dollhouse, like, movie.
Oh, thank you.
Everything, like...
Whoa, Eugenia, is that a pug? She's like, yeah. He's like, wait, on that counter? There's a pug on that counter? She's like, yeah, dude, what's up? He's like, no, I just wouldn't expect this from an anorexic. Wow. She's just a girl, dude. Like, what were you expecting, Shane? It's like he was expecting to walk into, like, Buffalo Bill's house from Silence of the Lambs or something.
Well, Frederica used to work for Mrs. Lippman. Did you know her?
No, Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
What's really funny, though, is Shane ends up finding out some details about Eugenia's house, and it's kind of strange, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it really is like Buffalo Bill himself lived there.
Patio. This was actually a lock for it, I guess, but it's off now. Yeah, that was another thing that like I thought it was weird.
It's very heavy. Oh.
Yeah, there was
Oh my god.
just like walks one day, and I don't even know, like, I don't know what happened in this house before all of that.
Rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
So anyways, guys, ultimately I made this video because I'm really happy to hear that Eugenia is getting healthier and happier. Plus, I'm sure she's really glad to be back on YouTube with you savages. But yeah, I also wanted to talk about this because truthfully, Eugenia Cooney seems like one of the most positive souls I've ever seen. I mean, Shane Dawson was bringing up some pretty serious topics in his video, but Eugenia really appears to just be an eternally optimistic person. Eugenia, if you ever watch this video, there are a ton of people who actually care about your health and happiness. If I were you, I would just stop reading your comment section. Eugenia, please continue to improve and get healthy. And as for you, Shane, the documentary series, dude, they're just a bit much for me, man. But hey, I love you, dude. Now guys, that pretty much wraps up the Eugenia Cooney topic. But I also really wanted to take a moment to discuss some of YouTube's recent bullshit. Oh, I mean, policy implementations. Yeah, that's what I meant. Now, for those of you who keep up to date with YouTube and what goes on in the YouTube community, you probably already know that the YouTube community has been sick and tired of YouTube and their policies for a while now. I mean, just recently, one of my favorite creators, Leon Lush, made an entire music video dedicated to YouTube's flagrant copyright violations. I would highly suggest you check that video out. It's actually really funny. I'll post it in the description box below. Look guys, on my channel, a lot of what I do is commentary videos. I talk about what other YouTubers are doing in the YouTube community. Naturally, what this means is a lot of the videos that I make are critical of other YouTubers. The name of the policy is the Harassment and Cyberbullying Policy. And the reason that this new policy is a problem is because it opens the door for YouTube to come in at any moment and see any sort of criticism of mine as bullying or harassment. And it specifically scares me more than most because I'm a small creator. I mean, I have 600 subscribers. If YouTube were to delete me off the platform tomorrow, nobody would care. Now, if I had 100,000 subscribers, then YouTube wouldn't do anything because then there'd be 100,000 angry people. See? See what I mean? But yeah, anyways, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed the video and I'll see you never because YouTube's probably deleting me like now.
And there's so many people with so many ideas. Essentially, the founding fathers of our country had a great idea when it comes to freedom of expression. Mm-hmm. They felt like it was very important that you have free speech, and you can't be silenced. You can't be undermined by people who disagree with you because it's dangerous. It's dangerous when someone can just decide that you can't have a voice anymore and only their voice can be heard. And we're kind of seeing that with Twitter, and we're kind of seeing that with Facebook and with Google, and they're deciding what can be heard and what not can be heard. They think they're doing it for good reasons. They think they're doing it to preserve our culture and our civilization, and they want to protect people. Skeptical?
Very.
Seems weird, right? I feel like all of this stuff is like we're seeing what the First Amendment is really all about, why it exists. We're seeing it play out with all these social media sites.
I mean, you look at YouTube, right, and what's been happening with YouTube, even just the algorithm. You know, I'm pretty good with keywords. I do SEO marketing. So when I type in certain keywords to find certain things, I know what's going to come up or what type of content comes up. Now, when I type in those keywords, it's like ABC, NBC, ABC, CNN, and I'm like, that's not what I wanted. They don't even talk about these keywords. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know? So when you start seeing that, you start thinking about Ingsoc and Orwell and 1984 and socialism and communism and fascism and the degradation of society and a lot of control coming down. You know, people, you know, in some ways it's like, was the internet created for freedom or was it created for control, right? So there's two different pathways we could probably look at that. But it seems like in many ways they set us up to be controlled. And they're doing it through monopolies. Google controls search through YouTube and Google. And by what you search, you can think it's the truth. But what did Kanye say? Kanye said Google lied to you, you know? So, yeah, and that's why I say, you know, that's where the control comes in. You know, the advertisers. The advertisers are the ones paying, you know, for the platform to be a thing. It's not us, the users, that are paying for it. YouTube's free. So who's paying, right?
Yeah.
They're monetizing us. They're monetizing us, the users and the viewers.
Yeah, that's where it gets tricky, right? Because as soon as the advertisers get on board, they say, "Look, we want to give you money, but this content is not advertiser friendly."
Right.
Yeah, and then they start moving stuff around and demonetizing things, and with demonetization, the real thing that they're doing in a lot of ways, whether it's intentional or not, is you're influencing what people post. You're kind of you're asking them to self-censor, because if you say, "Hey, you guys want to discuss abortion rights," or, you know, like there's some things that you start discussing them and they will automatically demonetize you.